Monday, March 16th, 2026, fourth week of Lent. Saint Joan of Arc never left Jesus. Pope Benedict XVI once reflected on the courage and holiness of Joan of Arc during a general audience in 2011. He described her as a young woman who carried the great light of the gospel in the complex events of history. Joan lived during one of the most turbulent times in France during the 100 Years' War. Though she was only a simple peasant girl, she believed God had called her to defend her people and lead them back to hope. But her greatest witness was not on the battlefield. It was in her suffering. Eventually, Joan was captured, imprisoned, and put on trial by church officials hostile to her mission. The proceedings were deeply unjust. She was accused of heresy and condemned to death. She was burned at the stake in 1431. Reflecting on this tragedy, Pope Benedict XVI noted that Joan's judges were theologians, men trained in learning and doctrine, but they lacked something essential: humility and charity. They could not recognize God's work in the life of a young woman. The Pope said their failure echoes the words of Jesus in Gospel of Luke 10:21. God's mysteries are revealed to the little ones while they remain hidden from the proud and self-assured. Joan, with the heart of a child, trusted completely in Christ. Her judges could not see the beauty of her soul. They did not realize they were condemning a saint. Pilate and the coward's choice. As soon as morning came, they bound Jesus, led him away, and handed him over to Pilate. Now Jesus stands before Pontius Pilate. The religious leaders accuse him of many things. Pilate questions him again and again, but Jesus offers little response. Pilate quickly realizes something important. Jesus is innocent. Yet instead of defending the truth, Pilate hesitates. He weighs the consequences. He considers the political pressure. He wonders how the crowd might react. Instead of standing firmly for justice, he searches for a way to avoid trouble. He hopes the crowd will come to their senses and choose what is right, but they do not. Pilate takes the coward's path, choosing public approval over truth. Most of us recognize that temptation. There are moments when we know what is right, but doing it may cost us something: popularity, comfort, approval, or security. It becomes easier to step back and say, "Let others decide. I'll just go along with what everyone else is doing." But discipleship requires courage. That is why Lent calls us to the disciplines of fasting, almsgiving, and prayer. These practices strengthen our hearts so that when difficult moments come, we have the courage to stand for what is true. Joan of Arc chose courage. Pilate chose convenience. Each of us faces that choice in small ways every day. Spend some quiet time with the Lord.